are listening to the Self-Trust Solution Podcast with Dawn Leday, episode number 58. Welcome back. Today's episode is all about celebrating our imperfections and finding success in the midst of our flaws. So let's take a deep breath, relax, and dive in. We'll talk about the relief in owning our quote unquote flaws, what we may have in common regarding these imperfections, why focusing on them doesn't achieve what we think it does and can actually create further distance from what we want, and how to stop that from happening. Is self-trust holding you back? If you have a vision of the future you want to create, goals towards accomplishing that vision, and yet you're not moving in that direction, or for every one step forward, you take 2, 3, or even 5 steps back, your level of self-trust may be holding you back. Take the free self-trust quiz and get instant results and what you can do in response. Take the free self-trust quiz now at theselftrustcoach.com. I'm flawed. Chances are you have some things you would like to change as well, and that is perfectly okay, maybe even amazing. So can we take a moment to breathe a collective sigh of relief together that it doesn't mean anything has gone wrong? Let me share a little about my own quirks and stumbles. Sometimes I catch myself blurting out my opinion way too quickly, only then to overcorrect by overthinking what I'll say next. Other times I swing between being overly prideful and then bending over backwards to please everyone around me. Sound familiar? It's like riding a roller coaster of self-discovery, isn't it? But here's the thing. Our flaws don't define us. They're just part of what makes us beautifully human, even an important part. They can spark desire for change and growth. They're not meant to be scrutinized and judged, because scrutinizing and judgment suggests that they're a problem instead of what they really are, which is an invitation. Scrutinizing and judging them places a focus on lack, as if you're a problem because you have this so-called flaw. And you know what's even more amazing? You get a heck of a lot done even with these perceived flaws and imperfections. And that's where trust comes in. Trust is like this magic ingredient that helps us to see both the potential we hold with these flaws and how we navigate using them, maybe even turning them into strengths. Because I don't know your story, but I'm willing to bet that we're not all that different. We all want to be better, do better, have better. And that in itself can be a pretty incredible gift. The ability to grow and change, to want something, and then to change that want, or to receive that want, to make it a reality and then want something else. It's what makes life so freaking exciting. Now, I'm not one of those, if you think it, you'll manifest it kind of people, though I don't see anything wrong with that. But what I do believe and have seen is in the power of focus. When we're constantly fixated and focused on what we lack or what we want to change, it's like we're blocking our own path to success, because we spend precious energy, time, and resources on one limited view of who you are and what you're capable of, instead of focusing on what you have and what you have built, what you can build to move forward. what you can build on. So, watching the change that inevitably happens from taking action towards your goal is where it gets so fun. It's like instead of focusing on making this one change, you focus on utilizing the whole you to move forward towards your goal and watch the changes that happen through that because they do. We become more and more of who we're meant to be the more we move forward acting towards our goals and what we want. So, why not shift the focus to what you do have and who you are right now and how you can utilize that to move forward in creating more of what you want, more of who you want to be? It's all about taking ownership of choices and embracing your unique path, bumps and all, because we all stumble along the way. But that's just part of the adventure. And hey, who said success had to be a straight line anyway? It's in the twists and turns that make the story worth telling. So here's my invitation to you: stop trying to fix what's wrong with you and start celebrating your uniqueness instead. Because I'll let you in on a little secret. There's beauty in every flaw, and it's in the embracing of the working with these instead of fighting against them. It's in this that we move forward, becoming more of who we want to be, creating more of what we want to achieve. And then it's like, voila, flaws become tools, or they fade away, or we realize they were never really flaws in the first place. What will you take away from this episode? My goal is for you to realize that imperfection is not a hindrance, but a stepping stone to success. Embrace your flaws, trust in yourself, enjoy the journey of becoming, of learning more about yourself, and the growth that leads to achievement. Focus on how you can work with your flaws and maybe even use them to your advantage. Celebrate the whole you, strengths, and opportunities for improvement. Work for your goals and your accomplishments instead of against what you don't love about yourself. And watch the inevitable change that comes from taking action towards your goals. You are a dynamic, one of a kind individual with so much potential. So, what do you say we embrace our imperfections, trust in ourselves, and move forward with intention? After all, the best stories are the ones that embrace every twist and turn along the way. Thank you for joining me today on the Self Trust Solution Podcast. If you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to leave a review. This helps me reach new listeners, continue to create content, and brings me joy in my mission to serve. Join us next week for episode number 59. Thanks for tuning in and have a trust-filled week. If you've been thinking about joining the Self-Trust Lab so that you can build unshakable self-trust and achieve your goals in a way that feels amazing, now is the perfect time. We have limited spots available for 12 weeks of private coaching in the Self-Trust Lab. That's 12 weeks of one-on-one private coaching along with your lifetime access to the Self-Trust Lab's materials, current and future. Check it out now at theselftrustcoach.com/the Self-Trust Lab. See you inside.